Okay, so we're going to carry on with the verse of Wish You Were Here. Normally, the lyrics are kind of add a dimension that allows you to navigate the chords, especially with that tricky kind of thing where you've got C, D in the first chord line and D, C in the second chord line. But the reason I kept the lyric away from the chord line to start in that previous video is because the tune kind of can cause some cognitive dissonance between your navigation of the chords. So I'm going to just play the chords and sing the tune of the first verse, and you'll see what I mean. So he goes, so you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain. Can you tell the green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Right? Now, okay, no criticism of the vocals there, you know, it's a warm day and my voice is dry and I'm crap anyway. But what was the cameraman just think that was adequate, cameraman?
Yeah, it's alright.
It's okay.
Close enough.
The cameraman's happy.
Help!
So he might sing along with me next time because he's got a better voice than me. So, but the thing is, it runs as a, like, and I'm sure if some of you might have played this on your own before, is that like, I know Carl you have, so the thing is, it feels like one continuous verse without any structure. It just sounds like chord, 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 without any repetition. Because the tune, if you look at the chord, if I do the chord, if I split the verse into two, I'll be doing this in the class, but just so you've got a bit more insight in the head if you want that. So it goes, so you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain. Okay, so that's the halfway point. That's your first chord line. It doesn't then do any melodic repetition, even though there's chord repetition. The melody is different. And if you notice, we're ending in an unstable point on G, because the only stable point is C, and to a small extent A minor. So it's going to lead. We're going to fall into the next second half of the verse. So I'll do the first verse, not like the first half of the verse again. So it goes straight into with a small pause, then a second. For you to come. Well, the thing is, a lot of the stuff we use in melody, when I say about thinking about holding the after image of the melody in your head, just let it linger there. If I leave a pause after the first chord line, or leave a pause on Blue Skies from Pain, let that half of the verse linger, and then I'll move off into the second half of the verse. And you'll just see it just feels like there's no melodic repetition, even though there are chord repetitions. So, and the way the language breaks across the lines also messes up with the musical breaks across the lines. So, and what does this add up? What does all this add up to? It adds up to more read-throughs, more listen, stroke read-through, which is always all I do. Most of what I do, except for technical stuff, you can learn from reading through, because that's the way I work this stuff out for you. So, you forgot what we're doing now, haven't you? But it's first half of the verse, pause, and then I'll play the second half and let the first half linger in your ear. So it goes, so you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain. Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? I've screwed up. I've screwed up in some of my analysis because I realised it's G. We're in the key of G, aren't we? I think so that does resolve, but I think it is. Yeah, we're in G anyway, E minor strike G. So that's another bizarre thing about the moving my hand neck around. There's another bizarre thing, because I'll do it one more time, because it does kind of come to it should come to rest there, but the way the melody note, blue skies from pain, the note doesn't resolve because you're singing a D over a G chord. If you sang a G, that would kind of resolve. So there's all kinds of bizarre musical stuff that I find interesting, but I've already said too much, so I'm not going to go into any more detail than that. You're learning it all from listening. So think of it again. So it's so you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain. Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail? A smile from a veil. Do you think you can tell? G notes sung and G chord played makes the end of the verse resolve. Amen. So that's the thing you see. Halfway through the verse, it lands back at home on G, C, D, A minor, G, sung on a then D, C, A minor, G, and it all resolves nice. There's all the verses, but that's going to be enough.